Welcome to the dynamic learning hub of XLR at Andheri East. A prime spot conveniently located at just a 5-minute walk from LIC Andheri Metro. In our journey of over a decade, we have proudly trained over 2 lakh students. We have also been recognized by Deloitte, Silicon India, and other accreditation bodies. Experience learning like never before in our spacious and comfortable classrooms. With high-definition projectors and state-of-the-art acoustics in place, we ensure effective learning even to the farthest point in the room. A hybrid mode is a game changer as you can enjoy the benefits of a live classroom from the comfort of your home. Even if you happen to miss any classroom session, you can still attend the same session with the same trainer at the same time at your convenience, maintaining consistency in your learning progress. Want to get started? Join us for a demo or career chat over a cup of coffee at our Andheri branch. XLR. We don't just train, we build careers.
மதுரையில் தேசிய எரிவாயு தட்டுப்பாடு ஏற்பட்டுள்ளதால் வாகன போட்டிகள் கடும் பாவனை.
Welcome to the dynamic learning hub of XR at Andheri East. A prime spot conveniently located at just a 5-minute walk from LIC Andheri Metro. In our journey of over a decade, we have proudly trained over 2 lakh students. We have also been recognized by Deloitte, Silicon India, and other accreditation bodies. Experience learning like never before in our spacious and comfortable classrooms. With high-definition projectors and state-of-the-art acoustics in place, we ensure effective learning even to the farthest point in the room. A hybrid mode is a game changer as you can enjoy the benefits of a live classroom from the comfort of your home. Even if you happen to miss any classroom session, you can still attend the same session with the same trainer at the same time at your convenience, maintaining consistency in your learning progress. Wanna get started? Join us for a demo or career chat over a cup of coffee at our Andheri branch. XLR. We don't just train, we build careers.
Yes, so the collaboration with XLR was an excellent one. We conducted a Power BI workshop with Advanced Excel over a span of 3 days. The workshop was almost 12 hours long in total. Mr. Karthik, who was an amazing trainer, helped the students understand the concepts deeply. I am sure that the students will be able to apply these concepts in their careers as well as their daily lives.
The trainer, Mr. Karthik, was an excellent person where he explained in very detailed manner on how to give great insights using very complex data sets.
So it was a machine learning workshop. We learned a lot from the course and it was a great experience attending the workshop.
The trainer was very helpful. He had a hands-on approach with his teaching and it was fabulous.
This was a great experience for me So I would absolutely love it if XLRR and its team would come again to our campus and conduct more events like this.
It was a great course and it started from basics and took me to a great extent.
The experience of the workshop was really nice. The feedback from all the students was positive. They understood the concept. The workshop was also practical based with some questions. The experience with XLR was very smooth. They helped us in conducting the workshop smoothly right from the booking of the vendor and deciding the course till the distribution of certificates. In overall, this workshop was a success during our Technical Fest Atmos, and I thank XLR for being a part of it.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Yes. Okay. Just give me a moment. I'll share my screen and we'll start off the class. Before I start off, any doubts from yesterday? Anything, any doubts, anything that came to your head? Anything you would like to add?
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, anybody who'd like to add something? No? Okay, fine. So yesterday what we were covering was social media and posting and different timings of posting and all of that. So we'll just continue with that. I'll start off with a small brush up and then we can go on. Just 1 second. So initially we started off with, what is the posting strategy, when to post, how to post, and all of that. Just 1 second. Yeah. Initially we started off with that. Then we moved to our part where we were covering the different posting strategies and how it matters, why it matters, right? After that, we moved towards our, yeah, to understanding audience, what they like, they dislike, and then about the goal, what are the purposes of us posting content, what are we trying to do, posting this content, who are we trying to target, what the kind of content we're looking at. Is that where we stopped, where we were talking about our 80-20 rule, where how content, it cannot be the same thing throughout. There is a mixture of content. It cannot just be one thing posted constantly and Like they say, even the 20% that is there is very, very important, right? Why this ratio? Too much promotion causes followers to mute or unfollow. Value first content builds the trust and makes promotion actually convert. So if you see any famous influencers or any YouTubers that are there, initially they tried to build their fan base. Now they do only promotion because they know their fan base is untouchable. Uh, these fans are very, very loyal to these influencers or actors, actresses. They are not going to leave, right? That is why these influencers now sometimes, when they've been in the market for quite some time, they just do promotions and leave it, right? So that fan base, building that fan base is very important, and initially this is something you should keep in mind. Now, moving to the next part about our consistency and how you should be going about it. This is the main thing. Okay. Consistency, planning, and your timing. Simple with your Instagram algorithm for every account, it does give you insights on how you should go about. But in general, if I have to say, it is usually in this range itself. It says 3 to 5 posts per week for a steady, reliable presence on your grid. You need to have minimum 3 to 5 posts, right? So what happens with posts is, it we in your reels, it is somewhere, people may or may not watch it for too long. They might just skip it in 5 seconds. Whereas with a post is something which holds on to people's eyes. People watch. People spend that 10-15 seconds and read that post. Usually with reels, the scrolling time is like 5 seconds. Within 5 seconds, they scroll by. But whereas in your post, they actually sit and read it and then only scroll off. So that is something you need to keep in mind. Coming to your reels, it says 4 to 7 reels. Seven is a little too much. I would say 4 to 5 reels per week is more than sufficient. Now, why reels gets you a lot of reach is because there are various factors that are there in your reels. One is your music, second is your content, third is your edits. So, based on these different things, your reels actually, and reels somewhere catch more audience, because how many of us go to our For You page and see posts? Very few of us. What we do is we actually go see our reels only. So reels is something where you can catch your audience really fast. Next is your stories. How often should you put your stories? You need to be connected with your audience on daily basis. On daily basis, if you are an influencer or a brand, you can put anything. Just maybe a random picture of the manufacturer, or just a random picture of a BTS, or just a random picture, something educating them about, your brand, anything. Your stories could be educational, entertaining, it could be a meme, it could be anything. But posting stories daily is very important because that keeps the engagement going. If you stop posting, example, you post 3 posts and 4 reels per week. So that there are days where you're disconnected with the audience. So stories is something that holds on. One more thing, which is a very, very common mistake, overlapping of your posts. I have noticed a lot of people, a lot of brands, what they do is on the same day they put a post also and they put a reel also. In this, what happens? Your audience gets divided. Half of your audience will see the feed and half of your audience will see the reels, right? So this is something you need to be very careful about. Your post should never overlap. Always make sure there's a minimum of 24 hours of gap between your posts and your reels. It shouldn't be. Assume that this posts and reels, both of them are, 1 second, yeah, both these feed posts and these reels, both of them are actually your same thing. Okay, so this should not overlap. It should not be in the same timeline at all. There should be a minimum of 24 hours gap. In that 24 hours, you can post in your stories. What you can do with your stories is, yeah, you can post in your stories at that time. With your stories, what happens is, when you're posting stories, somewhere your users are going to see your story and come back to your profile. So stories is also very, very important when it comes to your engagement. If you want to maintain the engagement, stories also is very important. Now, coming to what is the best time. of posting. There are three. One is 8 to 10 a.m., which is the time where people are traveling to their work. So they're maybe in the bus, in the cab, in their own cars. So that time also people scroll reels. Next thing is 12 to 2. If you are targeting the audience which lives at home, as in, the homemakers or the housewives, mothers, when you're targeting something like that, 12 to 2 is their ideal time. When you are going for the working professionals or students for that matter, 6 to 9 is when they are most active. And out of all three time zones, if I mean all out of all three schedules, the best one is your 6 to 9. The reason being, that is when there are maximum people on their phones. Either they are on their walk, or they are getting back home, or they are sitting and sipping tea. Whatever it is, this is the most ideal time of posting, between 6 to 9. Now, use Instagram Insights to test different posting timings for your specific audience. General benchmarks are start starting point, not the final answer. Initially, when you're starting, Instagram is not going to give you insights because they don't know how serious you are about, being there or not. So initially, you can follow these things. Later, Instagram itself will guide you. Meta, not Instagram, Meta itself will guide you what time you should be posting. So this is for your Instagram. When I'm talking about your LinkedIn, the best time is around your lunch break, which is between 1 to 2 or 2 to 3, around that time. That is the time where working professionals are at work and they're also scrolling through their Instagram. Okay. Now coming to the next thing. Yes. Coming to how you should be posting, planning of your content. So this is one plan. It is just an example. Okay. Monday you can have an educational post which has maybe few tips and tricks. Tuesday you can post a reel. Okay, a reel where you boost the reach, you add some music and all of that. Wednesday is your coursel. So here it's a step by step guide that drives, saves and shares. What happens over here is, how do you post? I think yesterday Hardeep had asked me about the coursel. So what happens with your coursel is, this is basically a guide for the users. What this guide does, I'll tell you. You seen there are videos on Instagram which teach you how to edit a particular video. So there is step by step. What happens is, people pause, go to the app, conduct the step, come back, watch, pause, go back, do that step. So there, the duration of people watching this video is going to be really, really long, right? It is going to be very long. So that is something which gets a lot of screen time to your particular account. The time duration where people have seen that reel is going to really benefit. Step by step guide, it could be with editing a picture, it could be with, accessing an AI tool, or it could be with something, anything which is trending. Example, right now, AI tools are trending. So a step by step guide of, how to maybe use a certain AI tool, or how to use Canva. That. Now, coming to Thursday, a story poll or a question and A. Here, what happens is, the audience also will be able to answer, they will be able to interact. You will actually understand what your audience wants from you. That is also very important. Let's say you're posting some content, you're not getting views, you're not getting likes. Maybe the kind of audience you have is not the kind of content they want to see. Let's say you put up a story poll that, do you want to see this or that, or a question and A where, tell me something, or like whatever, how do you want my content to be, or anything like that. This kind of is stories is going to get a lot of engagement to your account, because people are actually going to sit and reply to all of this. So that is one good thing which is going to happen. Moving to the next thing, Friday is your peak time. Always remember, few people say Friday, Saturday, Sunday is your peak time, but according to me, it's just Friday. It's not Saturday, Sunday. It is just Friday. What happens is, on Friday, everyone knows it is a weekend, so they are chilling. At that time, they make their reels. If they want to save any reels to, make those reels, or they want to save any reel to copy the music, or they want to save any reel to do it on a Monday morning, whatever it is, Friday is the best time for you to post. It gets you maximum reach. Coming to Saturday, you can go for your promotional posts. Why Saturday for your promotional posts is because Saturday, Sunday is where people usually have free time to go and shop. On a Monday morning, if I put up a post that there is 50% off, I don't think a lot of people are going to go and look into it. But the same thing I do on a Saturday, a lot lot of people are going to look into it. Reason being, they have the time to shop, right? So that is one thing why promotional posts are best on Saturday. Sunday is your engagement posts. Posts that are going to encourage your comments and shares and your community interaction. That is very, very important. Now, anybody who has any doubts or wants to add something to this, please go on. The chat box is open for you guys. Anything you'd like to add or anything you feel like you have something to say or you have any doubt, please feel free to put up your queries in the chat box. If you have no doubts, please say no, then I'll move ahead. Always remember, guys, when you are talking about posting content, remember it is all and you are targeting an algorithm, right? It is not something random that randomly you're posting and randomly you're getting views. That is just your luck. But as a digital marketing expert, it is your efforts that should get you that views. It shouldn't be luck. You should work with the algorithm. You should work with a strategy. Only then will you get these views. Or else getting views is not that simple. Any doubts, anyone so far? Anybody, any doubts? If no doubt, then please say no so I can move on. I just want to see how many active participants do I have. Just two, three out of 44 people. Moving on to the next thing, which is what helps with what. What is the purpose of a reel? What is the purpose of a carousel? And what is the purpose of a story? If anybody would like to explain this, this is already present. Anybody who would like to explain what this is? Come on, guys, volunteer. There is just few points on the screen. Everything is already mentioned. Anybody who would like to explain what this is? Nobody?
Can I,
Yes, Hardeep, right?
what we need to explain, ma'am? Can you elaborate?
Yes. So basically, you can see over here, right, on the screen,
Yeah,
there are three types of contents present,
yeah.
right? What is the purpose of each of this content? What does it do? I've already explained, and the pointers are there. What is this three type of content? What does it do? How does it affect your entire Instagram or entire social media platform?
As per my belief and my learning, and reel is very good for reach. So most of the time, if you can even experiment on yourself, when you touch the Instagram button, you maximum time you will be land to the reel, and the average time of
Absolutely, yes. To
the
get the highest number of likes, the easiest way is reels, correct?
yeah, the way reels work, you are trying to scroll more and more and more and more, because the content is very as per the time, as per nowadays, the client, normal human being has very low less time. Suppose we are very anxious about things, so if you are posting reels, it's very good way to get the more attention, because long video not work, and the other platform is not working also well. With the reels, if you can maximum grab the attention, because the people tend to stay with it the maximum 15 to 30 seconds. You can explain about your brand and do the lot of thing with the reel. And about carousel, as ma'am has also mentioned about the carousels. Carousels are mostly, I'm also carousel. I have to also land to the day to day for marketing purpose, to the for the AI prompts, and I in particular day I have saved I do save the more than 50 crores because I have to save it for a future reference, my future reference. So it works very well if you're doing with the same with the brand because the people how many people, if the people number of people saving the more and more carousel from your page, it's directly message it's a directly messaging to the Instagram algorithm. That's your current content is very important to the people. So it's also good for algorithm if you're posting results. It drives saves. And about the stories, people are sometimes people like we do with the Instagram, WhatsApp status. Usually we have a habit before sleeping. We want to know as a human nature. We are by time to know
Correct. You tend
what
to watch
people are
what is
doing,
happening in other
what they're
people's
doing.
lives.
Yeah. So
Correct.
we do check the stories when you don't have a time to think about it. When you have a very low tensions to see something, do not have a time before sleeping. We do check the stories. That's all.
Perfect. Yes. And
Thank you.
one thing about stories that I'd like to add, preferably the story should be, again, the story also should not overlap with your post. Preferably, the story should be at the time where there is nothing, you have not posted any content. It has been at least 6 hours of you posting a content. Then go ahead and post your story. Never put your story. I've seen a lot of people, as soon as they post a picture, they add that post to their story. That is fine. But let's say you're adding an interactive story or something like that. Do not do it as soon as you post the picture. No. Preferably, at least 6 hours of gap should be there, right? And then moving to the next thing. Yeah. Caption formula, I will tell you about caption and blog writing. That is altogether a different thing. I will tell you about that. Coming to your hashtags, also, I will tell you about that. Now, what are the mistakes you're supposed to avoid, and what are the things that you're supposed to watch? Your inconsistent posting is something you're supposed to avoid. That is a big no no. That is where your audience gets confused. That is where you lose your reach. Second, poor quality visuals. No matter what you're shooting your content on, try to make it high quality as much as possible. Third thing, if you're posting without any goal, let's say you're randomly posting, what is the purpose? Is something you need to specify, something which is very important. Purpose of what you're posting and why you're posting is also very, very necessary. So make sure to keep that in mind. Next thing, ignoring your analytics and insights. Like I said, Instagram itself gives you your analytics and your insights. You need to always look at that because Meta also wants creators to perform well. Meta also wants creators to do really well in their platform. So they provide you with insights so you can do well. They provide you with insights so people spend more time on that particular platform. You should never neglect that. There are so many people I know who have professional accounts but have never even looked at their dashboard. You should always see that. Whatever the rule is, if Meta is asking you to do something, just remember that is working for you. That is why Meta is asking, because there is a lot of analytical part that goes on, right? So analytical part only Instagram will know. How will we know? As users or anybody will not know. Only Instagram knows the analytical part. What is working for you and all Instagram only will know. So remember about that. Next, over promoting without providing value. There are few people, what they do is they keep promoting their own brand. Like, it is the same thing, sale, 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 and every day there is a post just like that. No, that is way too much. You're trying to push it way too much for your users. Never ever try to do that. Next, copy pasting content. There are maximum people, their content idea is copying others' content. Remember one thing, digital marketing, I told you on the first day, you need nothing but creativity. There are tools present to help you. Like you've seen, example, I don't know editing. I mean, I know editing, but I'm not very good at it. I have Canva to help me. I have other tools to help me. But if you have no creativity, then digital marketing is the wrong place for you because in digital marketing, copy pasting does not work. Maybe with your coding, maybe with your accounts and all of that, copy pasting somewhere still works, right? If there is a strategy made by somebody and you're using the same strategy to run a business or, to do something, it runs. In digital marketing, the minute you start copy pasting, remember you've lost the game there. You need to come up with something creative. And once in a while, going for the trend and going for something which somebody's already done is fine. let's say there is nothing coming up and you want to just post something, so you're just copy pasting from somewhere and trying to edit it in the same way using that template, editing it, that's fine. But there are few people, their entire Instagram account is just copy pasting. Remember, that is never, ever, ever going to get you views or reach, because people will know that you are just copy pasting. Once or twice you can do it, people might not notice. And then your comment section and all of that is just going to be filled with negative comments and things like that. It is obviously going to demotivate anybody, and especially beginners. One major problem that beginners go through is the demotivation. Once they are demotivated, they never look back. And especially with Gen Z crowd, if they are demotivated once, they do never turn back to that. So always make sure you are creating your own content. Initially, let's say you're not posting 5 times a week, you're posting only 3 times a week, or you're posting only 2 times a week, no problem. But make sure that content is original, that content is authentic. It shouldn't be somebody else's work or some template from Canva that you're constantly using. Even if you can get your ideas from anywhere, from Pinterest, from others' accounts, everything. But the minute it comes to posting something on your account, always remember it has to be something original. It shouldn't be a copy pasted thing. Now, what actually matters is your reach, likes, saves, and shares. Now, why is there no comment mentioned here? Because simple, with comments, there are positive comments, negative comments. There are few people who also hide the comments. All of that is fine. That is not a problem. But the reach, how many views you're getting. Reach is basically your views, your engagement that you have. That is something that matters. And also your likes. The more example, I like your video. Okay, you post a video, I like your video. On Instagram, if I like your reel, my friends also will be able to see that reel because I have liked that reel. So, like that, you tend to get more reach. So, if there are people who are liking your video a lot or liking your post a lot, it'll be visible to the similar accounts as well. Right, to the accounts they follow, even they'll be able to see your content. So that is something which really matters. Comments and watch time reads also you should see on, but that is not very, very important. Yes, you should monitor it, but that is not as important as monitoring your likes and your saves. Okay. Last thing, engaging with comments and DMs after every post. Usually, when content creators, this is a huge gap why people actually hire digital marketing experts. You can have your automated messages on Instagram. Example, as soon as somebody sends me a text or anything, there can be an automated message which is sent to them. That is fine. But with that, people usually tend to believe this is a bot, this might be a scam, and various other things, right? So always make sure that you are interacting with them. If you are getting any DM, keep a buffer of 6 hours. Within 6 hours, or preferably within 1 to 2 hours, your response time should be, you should be responding within that time. Because if you are getting a certain DM, you do not respond, by the time you respond, the client is going to be busy. So what is the point of you responding? And it's like you had one lead, one potential client, and you lost it. Why? Because you did not respond on time. So always make sure to respond to these DMs and comments. And if there is something coming up, always look into it. Negative, positive, whatever it is, even if there is a negative comment, take it positively, look at it. What is the why would somebody comment something like this? I'm sure there is a purpose why they have gone ahead and said what they have said, right? Take it positively, look into what could possibly have gone wrong, what is the problem, uh, analyze what is the problem, and then react upon it. Okay. Yeah. So that is all we have for now. And the blogs and all of that, captions, hashtags, I'm yet to cover. I have a small activity for you guys right now. What you have to go and do, keeping all of these things in mind. Okay, everything that I've told you about the posting and all of that, I want you to come up with a strategy of your own. Example, like Hardeep, he talks about his Ragi chips brand. Okay, if you are starting from zero, zero as in you have zero followers, zero people following you, nobody. It's just your family members or few friends, so which is 5 to 10 followers, and that's all. Okay, and this is going to be your first post. From zero, if you're starting, what would be your strategy? Right? I will give you some time. You can create maybe, how do I say, a just a Word document also, or on Canva, you can open the docs part and write. And then what will your first content be? Is it going to be a reel? Is it going to be a post? What is that post or reel going to be? Basically, come up with a strategy. If you have to start from zero followers, if you're starting a brand, example, you are starting your own digital marketing agency. How will you go ahead and start it? What will be the things that you'll do? What is the strategy of taking it from 0 to 100? Is it clear to everyone what you have to do? Yes or no? Okay, Hardeep, it's clear. What about the rest? Sailila, it's clear. If it's not clear, tell no, I will repeat myself. Isha, it's not clear. Okay, so Isha, what I'm trying to say is, one second. Isha, what I'm trying to say, and Yuvraj, you also didn't understand. What I'm trying to say is, let's say today you are creating an Instagram page. Okay. Reason, it could be anything, your own brand or yourself, for yourself, you're starting your influencer journey or content creation journey, anything. When you are starting from zero, you need to have a strategy. Right now we discuss strategies of, posting at this time, posting like this content, posting like that content. What I am saying is, let's say you're starting from zero, what would be your strategy to go from 0 followers to 1K followers, go from 0 views to maybe 10K views or 5K views or whatever? What strategy do you think will work for you? I want you to create that. And if within, as in 1 week strategy minimum, 1 week, how will you go about it? What are the posts and reels you're going to put? If you're going to put up any post, what is the content of that post? All of this. Basically, a strategy. You are pitching to me that, ma'am, hire me as the digital marketing expert for so and so brand. This is what my strategy is. So that is what I want you to create. Is it clear to everyone? Yes or no? Yes? Okay. Before that, clear as water, wonderful. Before that, Lehri, please share your screen and show us your video. Before everybody goes and gets to work, Lehri, please share your screen and show us the video you're talking about. No, no, share your screen. Yes, Isha, let's get done with Lehri and then you can. Lehri, share your screen. We'll start with Lehri, then Isha, and then Yuvraj. Lehri, are you able to share your screen, dear? Yes or no? Okay, Shadawaz. Okay, until then, Isha, can you share your screen? Yes, please share your screen, unmute yourself. Oh my God. Good job, good job. It's really nice. The hook is really nice. And yeah, good job. Very nice. Next, we have Yuvraj. Share your screen, Yuvraj. Lehri, are you there? No, Yuvraj, share your screen. Yuvraj, share your screen. Send me the link, Yuvraj. I'm not able to download this file. Okay, what about Shanavas? Shanavas, share your screen. Okay, so Shanavas, I couldn't hear the audio, but from what I see, just one feedback, the clip's angle and all of that is taken up really well. The only thing is the object in the clip, example, if you're putting up that suit or that particular outfit, it would have been better if you actually put it on the mannequin, like the first one, this black one, you see how it is put. Placing your object right is also a part of your job itself. You see later on, scroll, I mean, move ahead. Go further, where it is just kept on the chair. Yeah, the red blazer. Little more front. Yeah, this kind of. So, placing your object right over here, maybe this particular blazer is really good, but the way it is placed, it is very confusing for the audience. So, placing your object right is very important. And one more thing, the object is slanting. The object is slant. Anytime I pause it, my object should be in the center of the screen. It should be straight. Always remember that. But good job. Nice. Nice. I'll move on to the next one. I'll share my screen. Yeah, we'll start with Yuvraj's video. Good job. This is really nice. Good. It's come out really nice. Very nice. One second. Yeah, it's come out really well. Good job. That video has come out very well. Yeah, Shanavas, just one second. I'll share one and then you can go ahead. There's one more. Somebody had put up a link. Lahiri's link. Just one second. Good, but just one thing, instead of using these kind of clips, if you would have used something which is, how do I say, which is real, as in something shot by you, I feel like it would have given a better impact. But still, for the first time, it's good. Yes, Shanavas, please share. Good job, Shanavas. But the problem is, I'm not able to hear the video. I mean, the audio. So that is a problem. That's why I'm not able to judge it, right? But seeing the clips and all of that, it is much better than the previous one. This is much better than the previous one. So good job with that. Nice. Nice, nice. Anybody else who would like to present their work? Anyone else? The clips of this are really clean and much better. Really good. Anybody else who would like to present their work? Something I've missed so far? Anyone? Anybody? No? Okay. Start with the task that I've given you for today. Start with the task that I've given for today. Yes. Is there anybody who's done with the work? Anyone ready with the strategy? Anybody who's ready with the strategy? 5 more minutes? Okay, fine. Fine, fine. Yes, Hardeep, please go ahead and present your screen.
Is my voice audible?
Yes, it is.
You have to wear actually. There's a music backside of my actually sitting in the restaurant for meeting.
Okay.
So I'm
We
presenting.
cannot hear the music, so it's fine.
Thank you. All right. Also, it's not a fully baked idea, so I'm supposed to sharing the new product launch in same line. So suppose I have to launch the new product in the same category, in the same brand, noon to moon sweet potato chips. So first I need to grab the attention. So I will start talking indirectly in the way the customer can get excited. They get because as per the human tendency, we have a habit to solve the puzzle. We love to answer the thing. We are very curious. As being a human being, we are very curious to solve the things. Like you have must have seen the serial name. I think CID. They ask the very relevant question, very easy question. Must be कि वो बार्बर के पास जाता होगा तो बार्बर के पास नहीं जाता होगा क्योंकि वो तो गंजा है तो मीन्स कि हमें आइडिया होता है पहले ही कि वो जब ह्यूमन
Just 1 second, sorry.
जब ह्यूमन को फीड किया जाता है कि आपको कोई आंसर इजीली आप ग्रैब कर पा रहे हो जैसे कुछ भी सिंपल क्वेश्चन पूछते हो आप उनसे तो वो आंसर दे पाता है तो हमें क्या अलग से सेटिस्फेक्शन होती है अंदर से तो दैट द वे आई एम यूजिंग टू ग्रैब द टेंशन ऑफ द ऑडियंस सो फर्स्टली विल स्टार्ट doing currently we are posting the about a product so we randomly start posting about the benefit of beetroots so sweet potato so indirectly customer our audience will also think why they are promoting this sweet potato and I will also share the hustle behind the finding it of the season the Mazda is promoting Hermosa because the mango is not available all the season and sweet potato is also not available all the season we have a fan for the sweet potato currently we don't have a fan for our product but we have a fan for the same taste so we also explain about the how they eat the sweet potato and in the end of the posting we are also when we explain we start the hustle behind when we do when we want to eat a sweet potato so we will introduce it as a solution modern solution so we can also start with we will also start with the indirect question like I mentioned here I'm not a regular potato I'm a cool potato I'm wear vibrant orange jacket inside but totally down to earth what am I so I have noticed the several posts. I'm also tend to answer the same way. So I have noticed maybe no, you are not noticed or you are not thinking like me. So sometimes we see that something very physical question on the internet. So we when we try to answer it because it's a very easy to answer. They also know the post the guy is going to post it. They also know, but they want more attention for the post that's why they asked a very simple question. So down to the post, they also mention only wrong answer allowed. So we do creativity with the answer. So that's how if your answer is not incorrect by the audience, but we are getting engagement and the again and again we are getting engaged people engaged that is a more purpose to a more current purpose to engage more and more with the people with the same context so the other one is also I'm no like a potato, a regular potato, but I bear. Sorry, I mentioned it. I think though 2 times. So we can also do like post like this. The person is. I think the emotions are not good. The emotion should be cute and a little bit in the not fair manner. So we can also put this type of post like tested under pressure, launching soon. So we can also explain them. We can also post about we are launching very soon something. So they are also customer also have an idea. They are launching new product. So they will also try to know what the your attained customer also try to know what the product they are going to launch. So you can also do a poll, these type of things. So that's how we can grab attention for a product launching. Uh, I believe. Thank you.
Good job. Nice. The plan's really great. Looks fine. Just a little bit. When would you post the content? How would you post the content? Something about that.
We can randomly we are like we are currently posting on as you mentioned the time around 6 to 7. So we can post this content in the morning, because morning some people are they most of the people, the Gen Z crowd, most of them, when they're getting ready, they also when they get awake, or they check the Instagram. So the Gen Z crowd is more active, I believe. To answer the question, like I'm also millennial, so I know I have an idea how much we do review and how much we have a time to mention. Even we, as a human being, we do even not review the product. We have there's a
Yes.
certain, yeah, it's a clearly visible. We have to sometimes there's a if it's not, because Amazon also have a Amazon Wine problem program for it to get the review, authentic review, because Amazon also know
Yes.
the reviews are only paid. So if we bribe customer, then
Just
we get
one
the review.
second. Whoever is Redmi 9A, please mute yourself. Yeah, please continue. Sorry.
Yeah. So about the posting, we will continue posting our other content also, but we after 1 day and 2 day, we are share the very extreme ideas, like someone is finding snacks, but he's not happy. So if currently we have a AI, so we can it's a very easier for us to explain the context and make it build very at very cheap cost, affordable cost, I can say. So we can also make them somebody is finding a product inside the basket, and we can use the tag time this type of tagline. We can also relate with the I think if there's an ongoing event. So if the match is India being just being the match, we can also post that time also, when people also start posting about the match. So we can also relate it to the match, IPL match.
Yes. Okay. Perfect. Good job. It's come
Thank
out really well. Yes, yes. Okay. Anybody else who's done? Anybody else who's done? Anybody else who has also created this strategy and is done? Nobody else? Shanavas, what about you? Nobody else has created the strategy, just Hardeep out of, I think, 79. Why tomorrow? This is today's task. Tomorrow there is another task. Anybody else who's done it? 5 minutes, Sailila. Okay, fine. Shanavas, you also do it right now. You can also present it today. Yes, Sailila, are you done? Anybody else who's done? Sailila, Shanavaz, Isha. For Isha, I'd explained it once again. So, Isha, are you doing it or what is it? Guys, me doing it and showing it to you or talking about it is going to seem like you know it all. But the problem is, the minute you start doing it, you get to work, you'll have 1,000 doubts. And personally, I feel like by the time you start and get to doing things, this training will be over. So, getting in touch again will be a problem for you guys only. So, that's why I'm making sure that you guys are doing it side by side. So, while you're doing it, you will see your mistakes, you'll get your feedback, and when you're actually working with a client, you won't make those mistakes. Yes, Sailila, please present your screen. Yes, Sailila, please present your screen. Not able to? You had just shared, try doing it again. Anybody else, or should we move on to the next topic? Shanavaz, are you there? Okay, in that case, we'll move on to the next topic. Yes, are you going to present your work, Shanavaz? Okay, never mind. Yes, okay, fine. We'll move on to the next topic, which is which I had missed about your hashtags, your caption, right? Now, your hashtags and caption also play a very yeah. So your hashtags and your captions also play a very, very important role. How and why, I'll tell you. So captions is something, and right now I'm not talking just about social media, as in not just about Instagram. I'm talking about LinkedIn, Facebook, and other topics, other platforms as well. What happens is when you have okay, who's this? Yeah. When you have your captions, if you use the keywords, let's say somebody is going and looking for something like that on social media, then your work is going to appear. Not just that, even with hashtags. Do you know what are the trending hashtags as of now? Anybody? What are the trending hashtags? The chat box is open for you guys. Tell me, what are the trending hashtags right now? Met Gala, FYP, yes. Protein for everyone, explore. What about NEET exam? Is that not trending? Yes. So basically, these are the trending hashtags. There's always something Instagram or social media is revolving around. Maybe that is viral shots. Yes. Maybe usually that is what is actually happening in the market currently at that time. In different categories, yes. In different categories, there are different hashtags. But the famous ones or the ones which are most popular are the ones which are running currently. Okay. So what happens in this case is, what are these hashtags? Any idea what is a hashtag? What is a hashtag? Anyone with answers? Vijay, okay, yeah, that is a trending this thing, yes. But I am asking, what actually is a hashtag? Why is hashtag used? Okay, I'll tell you. Hashtags act like labels that help people find. Perfect, perfect. Yes. Hashtags are basically where you get where you label your content. Simple, where you label your content or you categorize your content. Example, my content is entertainment. I'm going to put hashtag entertainment. Let's say I'm putting hashtag neat, which means my content is something related to neat. Let's say I'm putting hashtag educational, which means my video or my post or my reel is something to do with something in the educational field. So every hashtag is there to categorize what your content is about. Based now, let's say your content is educational. Does it make sense to put hashtag entertainment there because it is trending? Yes or no? No. Any reason why? Any reason why it cannot be there?
Relevance audience. It can target a relevance audience.
Yes. One is your relevance audience. Second thing, Instagram monitored what you are posting, not Instagram, any social media platform monitors what you're posting. When it is going to see that it is irrelevant, example, I have put an educational video. I have put up an educational video, and in that educational video, I've put hashtag entertainment. Obviously, the reach is going to reduce because I have labeled my data wrong. It's like eating an apple and calling it a mango. You see, when you label it wrong, let's say I am giving you an apple to eat and I'm telling you this is a mango of so and so place, please try it. Won't you get disappointed? And not just that, somebody who is seeing it also will think that I am not a nice person because I'm doing something like this. I am misguiding. Perfect. Yes. I am misguiding the person. So your algorithm understands that you're misguiding your audience. When you misguide your audience, itself the reach goes down. The minute you're getting into the misguiding part on social media, now that is a platform where the entire world is. Do you think you can sit and misguide somebody? No. Misguiding an audience is somewhere where your reach is going to reduce. Okay. So you should always be very, very cautious about that. Labeling your data in the right way is very important. FIPs, for you page, explore page, all of this you can use. But mislabeling, example, educational video, you're putting entertainment, and entertainment video, you're putting education. This is definitely going to affect the reach of your videos. And in this process, what is going to happen is eventually your profile or the audience you're supposed to reach or your dashboard or your likes, views, nothing is going to reach up to the mark that you're expecting. Always labeling your data right with the hashtags is very important. Now, how many hashtags does Instagram allow? Any idea? How many hashtags does Instagram allow on one particular post? Do you guys know there's a limit to hashtag? Before it was unlimited number of hashtags. Now with Meta, there is a rule. There are limited number of hashtags on a post allowed. What is that limited number? 5. Perfect. On a reel, you can have only up to 5 hashtags. Reason being, perfect, perfect. Good job. Reason why this is there is before people would label their data unnecessarily, and it would obviously affect the reach. So Meta wanted people or the users to understand how you can go ahead and use these hashtags. Okay. Now, coming back to what actually hashtags you are supposed to use. Very simple. The minute you put a hashtag, Instagram itself suggests you what are the trending hashtags. You should go for something like that. And it should be relevant to your content. It shouldn't be something irrelevant. You shouldn't misguide your audience. Also, at all times, there is something or the other which is trending. Try to post content related to that. And one more way of getting more views or reach is the music and the location, which people usually ignore. They say, my content is like this, I don't want to use any music, or my content is like this, I don't want to add the location. Adding this, let's say I am searching restaurants near me on Instagram, restaurants in Bangalore city on Instagram. Only the restaurants that have put Bangalore city on their location, only those are going to appear. So that is why location is very, very important. Also with music. Let's say I have a trending music in my head, but I do not remember where I had heard it. So over at that time also, the minute I type that music, all the reels related to that music is going to come, and I am going to scroll to 2, 3 reels. Yes. So that time also you will get your views. Or example, just to listen to the beat of that music, I am watching your content, but still that is getting you views. So adding your music, location, and hashtag is very, very important. Now, coming to your captions, what do you think should be the length of your captions? What is the ideal length of a caption? Let's say it's an entertainment video. What should be your caption? What is the ideal length of a caption? Any idea, anybody? No? 10 seconds read. Perfect. Your caption for an entertainment video should not exceed more than 10 seconds. The minute you are exceeding anything more than that, remember it is not going to get you what you are actually looking for. So make sure that mistake is not happening. The next thing, not just about your caption ka length, also caption ka content. What should be your captions? Content is also very important. It needs to be something catchy. It needs to be something that is drawing attention. It should draw people's attention to that particular video or to that particular reel. Okay. And not just that, in terms of your caption, you should use keywords. Example, if you are talking about a restaurant, or if you are talking about a sunscreen, if you are talking about a cosmetic product, make sure you are using the keywords. Example, if it is a cosmetic product, it is something to do with the skin, right? Adding that word skin to your caption is going to increase the audience that is going to get pulled, right? So adding the right kind of audience is very, sorry, right kind of keywords in your caption is very important. Apart from your hashtag, of course, hashtag gets you that reach. But when people are searching for something, example, I am searching for a product which is going to avoid inflammation on my skin, basically pimples on my skin. And like we say, there is everything present on social media. Example, there is a colleague of mine who wanted to know about what actually happened in the NEET exam. What was she supposed to do? She was supposed to go to Google and search. That's what I do. But I'll tell you what she actually did. We were having lunch together, and she was like, this NEET exam thing we were discussing. She had no idea what it is. She went on Instagram, she watched a reel, and she understood what actually happened. Right? So simple. She went to her search, she typed NEET, and then she saw a few influencers talking about it. She went and heard what they were saying, and it was done. Right? So like that only, let's say there is a skin, I want to see the feedback of a skin product, a product which is recommended by dermatologists. Usually when something works out for people's skin, they come and put it on Instagram, right? That this product is so and so, it has helped me with so and so, and things like that. Those things you should always make sure you are going ahead and using the keywords in your caption, because the minute I put skin inflammation or I put a keyword like glass skin, all the products that are going to help me with that are going to appear. So always make sure to use the keywords in your videos, or your captions, whatever caption you are adding. Keywords not just in your websites, also over here play a very, very, very important role. One more thing that Hardeep mentioned about, which is your CTA. Now, what is the full form of CTA? Quickly, everyone. I have already covered this. What is CTA? What is the full form of CTA? Quickly, guys. It shouldn't take you more than a second. What is CTA? You can unmute yourselves and answer also. Call to action. Yes. So call to action is basically what happens is when I am saying that this is the product, all of that, I am introducing a great product to you. It could be a skincare product, it could be a restaurant, it could be anything. Example, I'm talking about a restaurant. Don't you think in my caption I should add the address instead of the person going and searching the restaurant name on Google and then getting the address? They may not put so much efforts. The minute I add the location, example, best restaurant in Odisha, so and so city. Example, a city name. Okay, Bhubaneswar, the best restaurant in Bhubaneswar. The minute I'm putting that, all the people in Bhubaneswar who are seeing that reel, they will quickly go to see where the location is. Right? So let's say like that only, if they are saying that in Bangalore city, a rooftop restaurant has opened. First thing I'll go and see is where in Bangalore has it opened. If it is somewhere, because in Bangalore, traffic is a huge, huge concern. Let's say it is something close by. I will see the entire reel because I would want to visit that place. But let's say it is something far, like, uh, far where it's going to take me an hour or two to reach. I will simply skip that reel. So adding your location has your pros and cons, but adding it is much better because let's say I am not a person when I'm watching reels and let's say there's a rooftop restaurant and all of that. Seeing the location at the end is not a problem. You're holding the suspense and all of that. That's not a problem. But you have not added the address. The minute you do not add the address, I am not going to open Google, search the restaurant name, see the address, see the distance. No. We just want the address on the caption itself. So your caption, let's say whatever is there, example, you need to call on a certain number, or you need to place your order on Zomato and Swiggy, or you need to, go to a certain website and shop it from there. Whatever it is, it should be mentioned on your caption. If you are promoting a certain product, how do I place an order for that product? Or if you're promoting a certain service, how do I avail that service? Has to be mentioned in the caption. Not just that, once it is mentioned in the caption, example, you have said that, you can DM me. So when they are DMing you, when they are texting you, you should always have your response time. Your response time should not exceed 1 or 2 hours if your response is expected on Instagram itself. Correct? So these are few things that you should keep in mind in terms of Instagram or Meta as a whole. Okay. Now moving to another very, very discussed professional platform, which is your LinkedIn platform, which is your LinkedIn. Okay. What do we do on LinkedIn? What is LinkedIn used for? Okay, guys. Is LinkedIn first myth? This question is a myth breaking question. Is LinkedIn a hiring platform or is LinkedIn a networking platform? What is the purpose of LinkedIn? Why are there LinkedIn profiles? Why do you need to create a LinkedIn profile? Why do you need to be updated on LinkedIn? What is the purpose of LinkedIn? Networking. Perfect. LinkedIn is not a hiring platform. LinkedIn is a networking platform. That is where you build network. So I will tell you why LinkedIn is very important for you guys. Okay. Very normal. What happens is maximum people who are either in college, masters, PhD, working professionals, any of that. Something which everyone struggles with is research paper and research topics. Okay. Now I'll tell you an experience that I went through. What happened is I was in, during my education, I had to publish my research paper for IEEE, which is one of the places where you publish your papers. I had to publish my paper there. And that time I had a very strict mentor. The most strict mentor was assigned to me. So every time I was going and giving her a topic, she kept rejecting it. She's like, this already exists, this already exists, this already exists. Because what she was doing is, even I was searching from the internet, and on the internet, since it's already there, why would I do that? So if I'm giving her any advancement in it, also, she was not very happy about it. Okay. So then what I did is somebody told me this just as I was really frustrated because I reached a point where I felt like, my topic is not going to get finalized at all. My research paper is not going to happen and I'm not going to get my certificate in hand because until you do your research papers, you're not going to get it. So that is where I had reached and I had almost given up. So that time somebody just suggested me, Ankita, go on LinkedIn and have a look at it. So I said, okay, then I went on LinkedIn, then I was seeing research papers. Luckily, there was a person in US who was doing his research on a certain field where I also wanted to do. So I connected with him. I texted him that I also want to do my research and all of that. I was like, could you please share some insights? I will give you the credits for my research. He gave me a topic. He explained to me, we connected over Google Meet. He explained to me about his entire research. Okay. And luckily, that research is something even today on IEEE standards, if you can check, that research is not being done anywhere because it's one very complicated and second I got the guidance of somebody. Now how did I get in touch with him? It is because I went and looked for research papers and all of that on LinkedIn, and he was somebody who was regularly posting about his update on the research he was doing, right? So like that I somehow happened to get in touch with him. Then as LinkedIn being the networking platform it is, I was able to manage. Correct. So that is what LinkedIn does. So on LinkedIn also, when you don't have a limit for your hashtags, everything that you are doing in your professional career, example, this course of digital marketing, very simple. The day you get your certificate or any snapshot or anything of the work you have done or the meeting snapshot, anything, go ahead and post it on LinkedIn. Tomorrow, if there is a hiring for digital marketing experts, they are going to look at your profile. Not just that, also, let's say XLR is the one, you are certified from XLR, right? XLR is certified you for this particular course. You can go ahead and tag XLR also over there. Tomorrow, if XLR wants to get in touch with people that do digital marketing, they would also contact you. Not just that, any company, any college, any recruiter, any HR, if they want to get in touch and they want to see what is happening with the digital marketing, not just that, it could be your juniors, it could be your friends, it could be your family, anybody. The minute you put all of this on LinkedIn, it is going to get you a very, very professional, yet a very, it is going to get you a very professional uh, high. Basically, it's going to get you a very professional up in your career. Not just that, sometime back Hardeep as a joke, said about the matrimonial thing. It is no more a joke. I'll tell you how LinkedIn has become. Literally, if somebody claims to work for a certain company or if somebody claims to have a certain certification, example, I am claiming that I have my digital marketing certification in front of XLR. You know what is the first thing they do? They go on my LinkedIn profile and check, do I actually have it or not? Not just that, let's say there is a person, matrimony perspective, let's say there is a guy who is approached somebody for, for marriage or whatever. What they also do is they claim to have this, they claim to have that, they claim to have a job in certain company with certain package, things like that. First thing people do is go and check LinkedIn. Before it was a time where, people used to send bio data. Then it came down to where people check social media. Now it has come down to where they check their LinkedIn. Right now also there are so many hirings happening for digital marketing. Every company, every brand requires digital marketing. Nobody is going for the traditional ways anymore. Everybody wants to go digital. So what is happening on LinkedIn? They are going and searching. One, they are, of course, having their job openings and all of that, but they are also going and searching. So if you have updated, for example, they are looking for a digital marketing intern. Now, interns stipend is really low. If they are going to apply for a job, then they're going to demand really high. So let's say they want an intern who can work from home and all of that. What do? They go and type the hashtag digital marketing. Whoever has posted whatever, they will get in touch with you. So example, you complete this certificate. As soon as you get your certificate, or not just get your certificate, even if it is about, please mute yourselves, guys. Makeen, I would really request you to mute yourself. Yeah. So let's say at the end of this training, yeah. Let's say at the end of this training, you get your certificate. Simple, just put it up on LinkedIn, and you're open to work in this aspect also, because now you have learned digital marketing and you are ready to work. So let's say you're an intern, or let's say you're a college going student. You can intern for a company in any city. You might be in West Bengal, you might be in Odisha, you might be in any part of India or abroad. Simple, the minute there is something, even in Bangalore, you can still work for them. But that is only possible on LinkedIn. Now, when you're posting on LinkedIn also, you need to use those keywords. You need to use those hashtags. Only then will I be able to reach out to you. Simple, I'm starting a brand and I need a digital marketing intern under my expert. I hired a digital marketing expert. Now, obviously, he or she is not going to do all the work. So he or she will split their work between interns. I want to hire interns. What am I going to do? Simply go and look for people who are certified with digital marketing or who have these certifications. Then what happens? Your profile will appear. So they will get in touch with you. And if time, I mean, if you are willing to go ahead with them and they are willing to go ahead with you, it is a great platform for you to connect with each other and go ahead. So simple, not just in terms of XLR and not just in terms of digital marketing. Any certification that you achieve or any achievement that you have, it could be your college event, it could be any certification from anywhere, it could be your degree, it could be any kind of achievement that you have had in your professional career, your promotion, joining of a new company, interning for a new company, whatever it is, keep your LinkedIn updated at all times, because LinkedIn is some place where you are going to get great contacts, and also, yes, AI designer, Reddit community builder, and I came across it. Yeah. So on LinkedIn, you can come across with many things, right? So that is something that I would suggest for all of you. And about posting on LinkedIn, preferably it is the lunchtime that it is most active at. Unfortunately, LinkedIn does not give you the insights like that. And on LinkedIn's likes and shares does not matter. Simple, use your relevant, have minimum number of connections, have good amount of connections to begin with. Second, in terms of your, hashtags and captions, there is no limit. So go ahead and everything or mostly whatever is relevant for you guys, go ahead and put it out there, because that is something which is going to help you in your profession. In my training journey also, LinkedIn has helped me a lot. And it is going to help every candidate who is building their professional career, especially in the initial days when you are a fresher, right? Everybody doubts your capabilities because you are a fresher. So, for all those of you who are starting your digital marketing career right now after this course, very simple. First thing, go ahead. You have a certificate, put it up on LinkedIn. Put it up that it is from XLR or however. Then, what you learned in this training, put up something like that. Next, you can add relevant hashtags. You can add that you're open to working in this domain. The minute you do all of this, at the end of it, what is going to happen? You are going to get, you will build connections from people of that industry. If nothing, if not a job, you will at least have people to guide you, to mentor you, or to learn something. So always go ahead and update your profiles on LinkedIn. It is very important. Yes. So right now we'll just stop at captions and hashtags. Do you have any doubts so far? Anybody? Any doubts? Anything you'd like to ask or add? Anyone? Or something you'd want to add? I think you can unmute yourselves as well. Unmute yourself and go ahead. And if you want to add something or have a doubt, anything at all, please go ahead. Anything from today's class that you have a doubt with or something. No doubts? If it's no doubts, then please say no. Ma'am, at the end of this course, can you suggest some companies that would give internships for digital marketing? Internships, I am not very sure about. Of course, XLR career guidance, something that they had introduced you to, you can definitely get in touch with them. If there is something they can, yesterday or day before yesterday, we had a small part where they asked you to scan the QR. You can get in touch with them. If there is something, they will definitely reach out to you about it. Or at least they will provide you with the guidance. You can reach out to them over there. Perfect. Okay. Any other doubts, anyone? Just one more thing I want to add, guys, that in this training, so as you can already see, we are on day 10 today. So we have only 5 more days for this training. So what it is going to be next week again. Tomorrow is Saturday, Sunday. Saturday, Sunday is going to be an off. We're going to start off on Monday and it's going to go from Monday to Friday. Just one thing I want you guys to know. In this particular training, I will also make you do a project. I will guide you through the project. I will mentor you through that project and I will make you do the project. I will give you sufficient time because I understand you guys are also working and things like that. So I will give you time to do the project. And one thing I would request, not request, as in it's better for you guys, simple, do good projects, because when you are putting up your certificate on LinkedIn and you are putting up the project you have made, it is somewhere a good publicity for you, right? Not just that, people will also be able to see you're not just somebody who holds a certificate, you're also somebody who has done the work. So all those of you who've been irregular so far, or have not been attentive, not been interactive, at the end of this training, you may or may not be able to get in touch with me again, right? So that is why utilize it to the fullest. If you have some ideas and you want some mentoring on it or anything at all, we have enough time, we can go ahead and do it. The only topics that are left for us is our SEO. So once I'm done with SEOs, let me just check if there is anything else left. I will cover that as well. After that, I will give you project titles and I want you to go ahead and do these projects also. Go ahead and I will help you with your LinkedIn also. Go ahead, post it on LinkedIn, get the publicity it needs, right? Be active over there. You can start from today also. There is no problem at all. Correct? So that is something we can do. I think breaking rule really matter to be on top in digital world. Absolutely. And yes, about the LinkedIn profile, Hardeep, I will share it. I just need to check with the team once. If I am allowed to, I will go ahead and share. Also, it will be towards the end of the training. So I will be sharing around that time. Okay. And yes, so that is something you can go ahead with. Also, yeah, we will connect next on Monday. So until then, enjoy your weekend and please practice everything you've learned throughout the week. If you have any doubts, even if it's from the first class, I don't mind clearing it on Monday. I have no problem. Even if it's something from the first class, second class that you've tried doing and hasn't worked out, you can always come and ask me a doubt and I will clear it for you. Okay, all clear, guys, for today? Any doubts, anything? Happy weekend to you too, guys. Have fun, enjoy. Yes, bye bye. I shall see you on Monday at 7 p.m. again. Bye, guys.